Nigel.cecil, calling things out as you like it, especially for his fair-minded friends.
Surely, the news coming out of America a few hours ago meets all the requirements to trigger an emergency motion at the Equity Annual Representative Conference coming up this weekend in Londonderry. Hello Chakrabartis, welcome. Thank you for joining me, Nigel.cecil, regular viewers will know, invariably assisted by my very good friend Hilary, and this video is no exception as we endeavour together to respond and reflect and present on your behalf your comments, views, observations and questions sent in to us to this email address. Our fair-minded and equitable friends, thank you for getting in touch. And also, some of you have hit the subscribe button, and it's so important. It does help encourage us to carry on with these videos on your behalf. Some of you were at the keyboard warrior stage very early this morning, we spotted, because Hilary and moi, along with some of our other friends, have been taking part and watching the 80th VE Day commemorations on television, and we'll be holding later a little commemorative celebratory party in our garden. So setting that aside, just briefly, we were moved by the comments in your emails and understand why you sent them in. The subject matter should really trigger an emergency motion at the Equity Annual Conference taking place in Londonderry this coming weekend from the 10th to the 12th of May. Donald Trump is about to push the UK film industry over the cliff edge if they go ahead with what they posted on their social media platform very early this morning, UK time. You've brought it to our attention and said, surely Equity must treat this as an emergency issue for a motion at their conference, and surely Equity should be making sure that freelance workers and small companies, because they are usually the ones, freelance workers and small companies, who are always at the cutting end, the worst part of any deal when major companies are involved. The topic is so important, we'll read out Donald Trump's statement in full just in case you've missed it. US President Donald Trump has posted, "The movie industry in America is dying a very fast death. Other countries are offering all sorts of incentives to draw our filmmakers and studios away from the United States. Hollywood and many other areas within the USA are being devastated. This is a concerted effort by other nations and therefore a national security threat. It is, in addition to everything else, messaging and propaganda. Therefore, I am authorizing the Department of Commerce and the United States Trade Representative to immediately begin the process of instituting a 100% tariff on any and all movies coming into our country that are produced in foreign lands. We want movies made in America again." Donald Trump, we want movies made in America again. It sounds simple, doesn't it? Is it logical? When you look at the overall picture, the concept of just slapping on 100% tariffs, well, it's total pie in the sky. I mean, do it if you wish. But saying that it's nation against nation and propaganda really doesn't recognise what it is all about. The UK film industry engages some 300,000 people, actors, directors, crew, creatives, and ancillary workers. It brings in somewhere around £17 billion. Studios like Elstree, Pinewood, Shepperton, Longcross, Three Mills are all, give or take a little bit, expanding, because it's not all about the UK film industry and nations. They have been facing lots of difficulties, especially since COVID, and the government has brought in incentive schemes. But who is really causing the problem? Those that don't care about nations, don't care about individual workers, don't actually care about anything except making their own profit. Streaming platforms. Streaming platforms are the global disruptor of what's been going on. Before streaming platforms, the interchange, the relationship between America and the United Kingdom was great. The sister unions in America all cooperate even today with equity. They are friends. They understand the need for global cultural interactive exchange, because we all have our unique talents and our unique skills. Who are these disruptors? Well, when you think about it, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney, Max, they don't care where they produce their films. Many equity members will have found themselves in Europe because you can't resist the money. If you can't get the work in the United Kingdom, well, go to Europe. But who are these disruptors, these global players who don't care where they produce the films as long as they get them in a way that maximizes their profits? Well, Netflix, Disney, Max, they're American owned, aren't they? So why doesn't Trump have a little word with them and let the rest of us get on with what we do best, creating? And so if all the global disruptors start arguing and we discuss it with them, they couldn't care two hoots about a nation. They couldn't really care two hoots about the UK film industry, the UK television industry, the UK visual effects industry. They just want to maximize their profit. And in doing so, that totally overlooks the source of creativity within the United Kingdom. The freelancers, the small companies, conglomerates just walk over them, like all your corner shops closing down, and the big boys, the Marks and Spencers, the Aldis, the Amazons, well, whatever, whether it's food or industry, they all take over. And that fails to realize, without the creativity, without those small companies, the magic disappears. And one thing over the years, the United Kingdom film industry has always displayed that talent to create the magic, that magic that comes from those creatives, those freelancers, those small companies. So hopefully this decision by Donald Trump that he's aired on their social media platform will trigger a discussion, a motion at Equity's annual conference this coming weekend. It's so important. But in triggering that motion, please, let's not forget the freelancers, all those at grassroots level, the small companies who feed into the overall picture. They are the catalysts, the seeds for what becomes the UK film industry. It's so important. And when it comes to anything else, let's not overlook the negative impact of the disruptors, the Netflix, the Amazons, the Prime, the Disney, the Max. Disruptors, only interested in mega profit, should not be allowed to decimate the UK film industry Is Donald Trump about to push the UK film industry over the edge? Protect freelance workers and small companies. Let's have a motion at the Equity Annual Conference this coming weekend. Until the next time, good art, good work, and in showbiz, better keep our fingers crossed. Professional solidarity, comrades, together.
Please hit the subscribe button and join us again, because together every viewer helps. Thank you.
If you're not already a member, join Equity, the trade union for professional actors, variety entertainers and other creatives across the United Kingdom.